And ninth annual family extravaganza is Friday at 8 o'clock. If you're interested, please do tune in. We'll be right here. 8 o'clock Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Not 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's the 18th. Welcome to my dyslexic world. What I think I'm going to do after talking about acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, and service yesterday is spend the next 4 days, including this one, talking about the specific elements. Because I don't know, I hope it's useful. So starting with acceptance. So again, acceptance, forgiveness, gratitude, and service. These are things that I can do whenever I want to. They're actions that I can take that I'm in control of in response to whatever situation I happen to be in. And I was talking about how I find these things very useful because I can take them up whenever I want to in response to whatever situation I happen to be in. And it takes me out of this idea that I'm supposed to be controlling things I can't control. And so I'm going to talk about acceptance first. And acceptance is not compliance. Acceptance is not, for me, it's not about saying everything's okay and I'm glad the way things are the way they are. It's not that at all. And that takes us out of a place of thinking, you have to be psyched about everything that's going on in your life. And sort of that kind of positive, Tiffany Soster is a friend of mine who talks about kind of weaponized positivity. This notion that, everything's really actually great and there's always a silver lining. I mean, those are fabulous ideas and it may be true, but I don't find that particularly useful because I'm then sort of trying to push things up against, well, like, for example, my aunt just died. Is that fabulous? No, it's not. And it doesn't need to be. But acceptance around that context is that that actually happened. And so that's happened. And so because that's happened, what do I have the opportunity to do next? Or what does that say about what's going to unfold in front of me? And so an idea that I find very useful is whatever happens just creates further possibilities. So in that acceptance place puts me where I am and only where I am. If I'm dealing with the fact that my aunt just died, I'm only dealing with the fact that my aunt just died. I'm not dealing with the possibility that my uncle will die or my mom will die or somebody else that I love and care about is going to die. Those are things that aren't actually in the moment that I'm in. The moment that I'm in is that my aunt has just died. And that's plenty to deal with. And so that's also one of the valuable things for me about this acceptance kind of idea is that all I have to deal with is what's going on right here, right now, and not everything else that might go on or everything that did go on. And it also puts me in a position of going, my aunt has died. There's nothing I can do about that. Can't change that. Can't change anything that I did or didn't do before that happened. Can't change anything that could be coming down the road, but I can be focused on what do I want to do in this moment around this. Call my cousin, talk to my uncle, do these kinds of things, reaching out, connecting around family, talking to people I love about this loss. Those are all things that are completely in my control. Those are things that I can do. How my cousin or uncle responds when I call, don't have any control over that, but my intention isn't about calling them up and hearing about how great things are for them. My intention is to call them up. That's the thing I can do. And so, so acceptance for me is really very specifically and importantly not about compliance, some evaluation of how things are, but just that things are. And here I am with this that has happened. This is where my life is right now. And this is all that I have to contend with is these events that have happened today, where I am right now, what's going on in my life in this moment that I'm in right now. So, and I find it very freeing, and it frees up a lot of headspace that I would otherwise be using in the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, or the future, or the past, or those other ideas. So anyway, so that's what's next with Dr. Joel. Something to think about. I'll be talking about gratitude tomorrow, so tune in and